but then there'll be added some more technique, some today we have virtual reality, augmented reality, some artificial intelligence that can be mixed in. Maybe we'll also go to the space and use some telescope, space telescope, to track stars' orbits and satellites. So it's open to new technologies and new views. And
okay. Yeah, and what?
I think the traditional artwork like painting will continue and sculpture will continue, maybe using some new materials and new techniques. But for example, for painting, we are using for many years oil paint, and after acrylic paint came. And maybe in the future will be special nanoparticles, special polymers that can enhance and maybe combine the properties of both oil and acrylics, or even more.
Wow, yeah, it's really interesting to see, to observe how the materials are changing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing.
I'm seeing your artwork in the link in the chat right now. And I wanted to tell all of you that the exhibition of Arte Laguna Prize of this year will be not held in 2020, but in 2021, next year, in March. We already have the dates. So it will be from 13th of March till the 5th of April. The 13th is a Saturday, so it's the big opening, and it will be the exhibition of the two editions, the 14th and the 15th. So remember that we are promoting each of you every day. So controlling the calendar, which is your day, and please promote each other so that we are 120 finalists. If we promote each other, we can do a very big promotion. And congratulations, because you are the finalist between 10,115 artwork applied at this edition. So congratulations. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Laura, for this announcement, because it is a really great news. And as far as I've heard, the La Biennale di Arte di Venezia was also postponed for the next year. And that's good that we will have exhibition when everything will be already calm and we can do it like in a healthy way without any danger for us to fly to Venice and to join the opening of the exhibition. And let's hope that no one other virus will try to damage us, and we'll see each other not only this way online in this screen, but also in person. It will be fantastic. I've been to several openings of the Arte Laguna team finalist exhibitions. It's amazing. It's amazing. A lot of people from different countries, journalists, curators, collectors, galleries. So I'm really very proud of you guys that you are the finalists and that you will have the possibility to show your art to a wide audience in the best of the cities in the world, in Venice. It's fantastic. So yeah, congratulations. Yes, and we continue to speak about future. And it would be very interesting to listen to Coco. How do you think the art can change the future? How art can make the future better? How art can make our planet better? What do you think?
I will try my bad English.
Mine too. Never mind.
I see that it will be now it's very, very big change because I see that it's much technological, you know, and everything is technological, and I miss one part. It's working with hands. You know, I am into of people who like to work by hands. You know, but now is I see that everything is much computer, much technological. So I'm a little bit scared that we people who like working by hands, maybe we will not have place in the future. This is my scare. I'm really scared about that. But
Cool.
I don't say that I don't like what is now. I like it very much, but I'm scared that okay, it's good, but it's not what I want to do. I like to work with my mind, with my hands, not just computer, technological, right? No, that is my thinking about that. I'm scared. I'm scared.
Okay, maybe we will go to other planets to find some place to. Oh, can you imagine? We will have the planet of artists. So all the artists could go there to have beautiful landscapes. I don't know, a lot of materials to work with to produce some beautiful art. Okay, thank you so much.
We need to make very big revolution.
Yeah. I remember that your art is about revolution and how to change the world. Yeah. Perfect. Okay, let's continue. Nidzats, hi. What do you think about art of the future? How it would be? Will we have the possibility to do something with our hands or just technologies and an artificial intelligence?
Actually, it was a really interesting note that Coco said about like we are losing the arts of using our hands because everything is becoming digital. But I do believe that there is a big place for art and also design in the future, in shaping the future and how it will look. We are artists. We do criticism. We open ideas and concepts to people that maybe didn't think about those things before. We see the world in different eyes, and I think there's always will be a place for artists. And I also think that I don't know. For example, as a designer, I feel that I have a lot of tools and opportunities to affect on what is going to be and how it's going to be. Also, the work that I'm doing for Arte Laguna is a project that is dealing with the future, 2050. There's going to be a food crisis. What are we going to do? And it's a project that helps us cope with the change and understand like how we're going to deal with it, because the food of the future is bugs, as they say. It's going to be with, I will show you just a glimpse. Oh, never mind. So yeah, so it's going to be, so I feel like that I have a big place in the future art or designing, or like we will always have a place. And also crafts and digitals are becoming more and more put together in really interesting ways. It only gives us more tools. All the things that are going out now with programming and I don't know, all the like ZBrush, 3D modeling, it just gives us more tools, I believe.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Thank you for this optimistic way of thinking. Yeah, Carrie, can we continue with you? What is the mission of the artist in the future? How artists can change our planet to better world? Is it possible?
Well, I think it's not only possible. I think it's a challenge that we all have to take up. And I don't think I think that while digital art, etc., is becoming more and more common, and more people are kind of going into it and experimenting with it, I don't think we should necessarily be scared about not being able to work with hands or whatever. But I also see a big role for participative art. So it's not necessarily art made by one person, it's art made by a whole community. Or so I'm thinking a lot now about things like climate change, things like after the post-COVID crisis, where governments are going to be able to, they're going to need to be able to create massive employment opportunities for people who haven't been able to work during this time. So things like massive tree planting programs, which can employ people and maybe introduce an artistic element. So seen from up above, from another planet, or the planet of the artists or whatever, you know, maybe there's almost like subversive messages that are designed into that tree planting. So when you see it from above, you see a drawing of something or a message, or I don't know, just so it's like it's making art bigger than just a person or a thing or an object. So and I guess that brings together a whole lot. I mean, art has always been used as like, there's always been protest art, maybe even some subversive art, and kind of using art also as a political kind of tool as well. So that's just sort of some of the things I'm kind of thinking about now.
So a lot of responsibility on artists. Yeah, Laura?
Yeah,
yes,
I guess so.
Excuse me, Karen. Are you in Zimbabwe now?
No, I'm actually, the questionnaire on the form was a little bit confusing, because it says, where were you born? So I was born in Zimbabwe, but I was born there because my parents were there on a contract for 3 years. So I was born in Zimbabwe. I'm South African. My nationality is South African, but I've lived in Morocco now with my husband, and my children are Moroccan. So I've lived in Morocco now for more than half my life. So I actually don't know. I guess I identify, between South Africa and Morocco. So the north of Africa and the south of Africa. That's where kind of my identity is.
And you, Eugenia, where are you now?
Hi to everybody. I'm in South Italy, in Puglia, Lecce, close to the sea. So in this day we are going to see the beach and have a very, very good time. So I'm very lucky because I spend a lot of time here, close to the nature. Today I walk on the beach, and so I'm happy. Now the situation is good, so we can go around. And for me, the future of the art, maybe we will have different school, like a traditional art, type of art, and new type of art, like technologic or other things, robotic, I don't know. But I think all of things are all art, but we have a mission to change our planet, because all artists has a different sensitive. So we need to improve and give some message to the people. So for me, usually I put every time deep message in my product or my production and art things, because during the years the messages of the art maybe we lose the fight, the brave heart of art, because more aesthetic and less message. So I prefer work with on climate change, on matter about like this, or something maybe the different to the people, so melting pot, no racism, something like this. So prefer work like this. So, but I'm open to every idea of art.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you, Evgenia. It is one more time when during these sessions, these online from today, we are speaking about solidarity, and we are speaking about this universal support that we can express to each other, and that our artists, they are not competitors. They are working for the same, let's say, idea to have the better world. So that is very important. Yes, thank you so much, and lucky you having your beautiful nature around.
Yes,
Yeah,
thank
we are
you.
we are also happy for you.
Coming here
Yeah.
when
Okay.
we can.
Okay.
obviously.
Okay, we are packing our bags and we are coming right now. I'm joking. Okay, Martina. Hi.
Hello, hi, hello everyone.
Yeah, so nice to see you also
Nice
here.
to see you.
Yeah, what do you think about future? Are you scared about future, or you are quite optimistic about future?
I'm a bit scared, but I share the same fear of Coco, but I also believe that there's a human factor that technology cannot overcome. I mean, we are, in a way, we work with unforeseen things also, and unforeseen things are not predictable by machines. And sometimes while you do experiments or you work, I work with materials sometimes, so when you make experiments, sometimes the most interesting things is the things that you don't expect to see and that you haven't foreseen. So that is something that technology cannot prevail on. And so I think as long, I mean, the machine can be very powerful, but also I agree with Nitsos when she says that they are just tools. We should look at them as tools to improve our vision instead of being afraid by them.
Mm-hmm.
So I have the same fear, but it's more related to the business in a way. The trend now is to work with a lot with digital, a lot with virtual experiences, but I think at some point we will be saturated by this, and we will need again to feel human in a way, to have a human experience of reality. So I think this is just it might be just a moment, and then we will grow into knowing the technology as something that we use to experience reality in a more complete way, rather than in an alternative one. Mm-hmm. That's what I hope also.
Yeah, we are all hoping. And also with previous session artists, we were speaking about this, that in the future they hope that this logic, this rhetoric of market and competition, that it will go away, and let artists to work with society, to try to improve it.
I think it's a problem related to the fact that this is our job. It's not just our mission. Mm-hmm. and that we have to live with it. If we try to live with it, and so there's a combustion of elements that crash at some point when you have to live through your art, and you just don't have to be an advocate, so there's a crushing point where this thing gets complicated, I think, probably.
Mm-hmm. Do you think it is possible to find this balance between to work, to do your art, to gain money, and to do your art to do your mission? Is it possible to find?
I think we need way more political action on these issues. I think like our government, they don't believe in art as other government. It's not seen as a priority. Culture in general is not seen as a priority. So we are not supported. At least this is what I feel in Italy mostly, and my experience in England is very different. In England, there's a bigger machine working under the soil of art. In Italy, it's a bit more complicated, and you have to fight harder. So I need this. Art needs to be more recognized as a necessary element for growing a new culture, to go on as a species also in our way of thinking.
Yeah, thank you. It's very beautiful and important idea that you said. I would like to continue with Francesco. Francesco, you are here with us? Francesco?
Can you hear me? Oh.
Yeah. Do you think that...
Okay, this is... I forgot to click on the button.
Great to see you. Great to see you and your beautiful, colorful work. Yeah, do you think that in the future people and society and maybe politics will understand the necessity of art?
Well, I hope so. I hope so. I think that, yes, the love of things and love between people can save arts and can save the world. But until every man is attached by money and interest, this could be difficult. So maybe artists have this the chance to make people understand with their message how to work better for our world. I made an example. If a community have not the respect, depending from different things, a work of street art can be easily damaged because they just don't think to respect and love what they have, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So with our work, I think we have to stay into the community, with the people and explain our idea of unity, our idea of respect, and our idea of love. I think that art can have this possibility to teach. And about the way to express the art, I mean, in terms of technology, in terms of handcrafting, I think that art is a place where there are not so much rules. Mm-hmm. And everything is welcome. So now we are, I agree with Martina when she say, we are in a moment. Yes, of course, I think the same. We are in a moment. And we all know that the history is cyclic. So you go ahead and after go back. So I'm sure that the handcrafted things will not never done and never die.
Mm-hmm.
And so.
I want to tell you that Francesco won a special prize of this edition because he has been selected by a firm and will have an art residency in Las Palmas.
Yes.
Correct? Yes. I remember you that the special prizes has already been announced, and Sarah will post here in the chat the link where you can see all the artists that already received these special prizes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, congratulations, Francesco. We are very happy for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, super. Yeah, that's fantastic. Chiara, are you here? Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hi. I'm sorry in this chat, but I had some technical problems this morning.
Oh, no. We can see you. I remember you. You work with colors.
Yes.
Yeah. The question is, what do you think about future? How art can be helpful for our planet in the future? How art can make our planet better place to live in the future?
Well, first of all, it was really interesting to having heard about all the opinions, and I do agree that like technology and VR and these new technologies are going to a huge impact. But I also that more than technologies, I think that relationships are going to change and I'm positive driven. They're going to be more like tolerant toward each other. So also I really like the topic of solidarity. And I think that arts has definitely a huge role in spreading beauty, because beauty makes us survive as well. So I think that's, I mean, the most important thing to remember, and somehow I hope that also like bigger machines are going to support artists in this program to spread these values.
Mm-hmm. And what are you doing personally, you as an artist, to make this world better? It is definitely works on me because I love colorful art a lot and it makes me smile. How do you see your mission?
I think like it's really about like catching some hidden details of what surrounds us. I'm now doing like a photographic project, for instance, about Venice. And Venice, it's really like, we've never seen like Venice like this, but also in a different way, like there are like the water and the lights and the shadows are really magnificent in these days, and so I'm focusing on them and to represent Venice in another under our eyes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I think that this is like a mission to definitely to yes, making people see places from different eyes and perspectives.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful, thank you, Moshe. And how do you let's say, how do you do this mission? How do you what do you do to make your mission, your artistic mission, work?
First, I would like to congratulate Francesco for the winning. and I would like to thank you for the opportunity to meet you first, and then to discuss some issues that for me as an artist and as a citizen of the world have great importance, interest, and concern. And I would like to show you a short video I did.
Okay.
That relates to the future of our planet. And I say some words about my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And so I can share it now?
Yes. Green button.
Yeah, I think, yeah, the green button.
I think you need to enable it because I also tried to share and it says that...
Must disable, but this screen sharing. Okay.
No, it's nothing wrong with sharing.
I think you should do something because it told me host disabled.
Let me see. Yeah, can you try, please?
I'll try again now. Okay, now it's better. Mm-hmm.
Is it working? You already put...
yeah, I'm trying to. Wait.
Yeah.
Now I'm working on it.
Uh-huh.
Stay here on the files. This is not the one. Let's see, maybe. Okay. Video, yeah. Okay. Show all windows. Okay. Okay, now I share. Okay. This is an artwork I did a few years ago. It relates to the global warming.
Mm-hmm.
And I say that as I view the reality around us, the most important and threatening situation. Okay, right. Now it's working.
Yes.
Yeah, now it's working. Yeah, okay. Okay. As Okay? As I view the reality around us, the most important threatening situation we are facing, in my mind, with no doubt, is the climate crisis. It impacts the whole global community, wipes away artificial man-made borders, political and judicial division. As the corona crisis clearly demonstrated, disasters hop over borders, reach all people and nations, and if we do not unite in battle against it, but divide and separate, we will not win the fight. I believe that we as artists have a role, and a vital one, in raising awareness to the danger. More importantly, to the duty every single individual on the face of the globe has to assist in its prevention and preservation. Maybe I'll make the video. Yeah, it's better. The artwork has two major themes. One is ecological, part of the effort to increase awareness and presents my views on the climate crisis and its effects on our world. The second one is the field of art philosophy, and it refers to a relationship between matter, space, and time in the field of art in general and sculpture in particular. This Lander project discusses global warming, radical climate changes, iceberg defrosting, and desertification. This artwork relates to the power of nature, the desert earth, the heat of the sun, the presence of the vast clear sky above, water and the absence of it, temperatures from scorching heat to frozen ice, the force of the wind blowing in our ears, and the effect of light and shade and the time dimension. I aspire and I believe we all, as artists, should do to encourage our viewers to think and act as best as they can in this essential effort. For I think that the duty to rectify the situation lies on each and very one of us, the actions we choose to take and those we decide to avoid are important as much as, if not more than, those of governments of our countries. I strive to help in promoting a mind shift which will spread to all the people who will embrace, each to the best of his ability. Recycle, reuse, and reduce. For every move a single individual makes in that direction may seem as trivial, but together, the joint effort can swing the pendulum and save our planet. The project refers to the relationship between matter, space, and time in the field of art in general and sculpture in particular. And the project accentuates formative, climatic, physical, mathematical, and geometrical contrasts. The corona quarantine forced us to rely on digital technology for interpersonal communication. It may affect the art world both in the artistic creation and activities and in the way we consume art in future. The huge leap in virtual artistic life on offer due to the restrictions we are all living under and the global flight shutdown, I believe, will remain a parallel universe even after airports resume the activities. It will happen in much the same way that the work from home culture will base itself alongside office life. Our dependency of digital communication technologies like the Zoom meeting we are facing now, smartphones, and so remind me a work I did in 1991. And I'll show you, maybe I'll make the video a little faster.
Yeah, it's very impressive, this project, Moshe.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Now it's from close.
Yeah, and I'm very happy that today we have not only conversations and not only discussions, we have also the art piece now here.
Yeah.
You see.
Okay, now I think it's...
Yeah, thank you so much. I would like to give the final word, let's say, to each of artists presented here now. As far as we are going to do video from these meetings, like recordings, and to do montage, I would like you to invite you to, let's say, to say something to future generations from the point of view of artists. What you, in what you can warn future generations, what you can tell to future generations. Because I think it's very important, as we are witnessing now, we are seeing now these artworks that make us think about the future. I'd like each of you to invite to share what do you think about the future, what you can say to the future generations. Can we start from Coco? Let's unmute your microphone.
Yeah, hello?
Yes.
Do you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, can you, did you understand what you mean? Can you repeat?
Yeah, if you would have the possibility to tell something to future generations, what you would say? In what you can warn, or what you can, I don't know, say to future generations, how they need to behave, how they need to solve problems between, I don't know, different opinions.
I will say to future generation to don't be scared, just go out, just do, think good, and do what is good for you. Don't be scared.
Okay, don't be scared.
That I can say. Don't be scared, and open your heart, open your mind, do what you want to do.
Thank you. Carrie?
Yeah, I think it's quite interesting actually, because Coco and I have a similar idea. I was going to say, just express yourself. So just express yourself and explain yourself if you're asked to. And then in the same way, don't be scared to do it. Just get out there and do it.
Yeah, super, super. Martina? Let me see, let me unmute. Yeah, it works.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello. I would say something that I usually tell to myself as well, which is to resist despite everything and everyone, and not to, to question yourself, but also to be strong of your ideas, and to remember that there's no solidarity without ecology, and vice versa. The things are connected and everything is complex, and to not trust to people who says that reality is easy, or it should be simplified, because it's not true. That's what
yeah. Thank you so much, Eugenia. Let me unmute your microphone. Yeah.
Okay.
What you would say to people for future generations, from future generations?
So sincerely, I don't know. For me, give advice is very, very hard, because we see with this pandemic that we can't imagine our future, because we just try to be our best version of us every day. So in this way, we can live every day like the last one. I know that is very, very common, but every day you try to do your best. Okay, someday you are not the best, or you are not very strong, but try to help each other always. and fight for your value, that what do you believe in. I don't know, I respect my roots, my grandparents. I try to help the people on the street, but not only this in this period, but always. I think we try to do like this, and in this way we can do with the art the same things, I think.
Thank you so much. Thank you. That's important. Francesco, what you would say to future generations, to people who will live on our planet in 50, 100 years? A microphone? Aspetta. Sì.
Okay. I want to say that everything could work, but with the respect for people, for the nature. With these two things, the world will work. But without it, there is no chance for nobody, I think. And also, every religion can be resumed in two words: respect for the people and respect for the nature. This is my message.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, Nitzot, your word. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think the thing I would like to say is maybe first of all, stop using TikTok. And the second thing would be don't lose and don't give up the human interaction, because it's a thing that is, we see how it's happening, like slowly people becoming more with their phones, with their digitals and everything. And the appearance is the thing that is the most important for people right now. And I think that keeping these human interactions and also interact with the world itself, don't forget nature, don't forget there's other things that are not man-made and they are amazing. So because I see that the generation that is now is going in a way that I don't like so much, I would say that it's a thing that it's really important, because that's what makes you better as a person, makes you being more creative and more empathic to your society. So that's basically TikTok and that thing.
Okay, I think with TikTok will be easier than with to rescue all the planet, but we can start with this. I agree with you. Chiara?
Yes, I would say be receptive, especially because change for me, like change is the only constant, and I think it's important to remember, like, to be resilient and to also not stop in looking for confrontation, and to improve yourself and to not stop learning. I think that's the quality that would best help us, all of us, and the future generations to question themselves, how they find themselves in that specific situation and how to improve always, so to strive.
Thank you so much, Moshe. And your final words to next generations, to those people who will live in 100 years in the future. No, let's put microphone. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So first, I think education is very important. We have to make sure that everyone, from kids to elder, will get as much as education as possible. This is the key for peace, for love of each other, and also for keeping our planet.
Yeah, thank you so much. It was a real pleasure for my eyes and for my mind to see you all. And I think we will continue. We will create maybe some new format to communicate with you during these online meetings. So my colleague Sarah will send information, and congratulations for you all to be selected from all other artists, and congratulations that you will have this beautiful exhibition in beautiful city of Venice. And I hope to see you all in person and hug you, because during these meetings, I really, I don't know, I'm so inspired by what you're doing and what you're saying. So thank you so much. And we are finishing for today. And let's keep in touch. Please subscribe to each other. And probably new collaborations will start, and we will be very happy if it will happen.
There are two from Israel in this group.
Yes. Yes, yes.
Thank you very much for your time and for your stories.
Bye.
You too.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Bye.
Yeah, take care.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye.